high school football week number 6 as the Sherando Warriors will travel down to face Warren County. Last week, a huge victory, 58-7 over Liberty. Now joining me, the head coach of the Sherando Warriors, TJ Rohrbaugh. And coach, in this matchup against Liberty, it seemed like Liberty only had one good drive, driving down to score. Did that really make a difference there? Because it just seemed like the Warriors just sort of kept on rolling after that, only holding them to 7 points. Was there something that clicked in your team's mind? Like, okay, that's enough. We gotta just get on a roll. Or what was that like, having them have that good drive and then just pushing the momentum 58 points?
Yeah, well, Liberty did a good job. They came out and, they spread us out, which is something that we hadn't seen on film. They ran a lot of RPOs. So, it took our guys some time to adjust. Anytime that you see something completely different from what you prepared for, there's going to be an adjustment period, but we were able to adjust to what Liberty was doing. We were able to settle down and play pretty good defense after that.
So on both sides of the football, starting offensively, more of the same that we've touched on week in and week out. Micah Carlson doing an incredible job running the football for you all, and other key pieces on that offense as well. Just what really stood out to you with Micah and the rest of your offense?
Well, first off, I always like to give a shout out to our guys up front, offensive line and tight ends. They did a good job blocking. Week in and week out, we're seeing some crazy fronts, and we're seeing teams load the box up to try to stop our run. And, I think our offensive line has done a good job of handling the different things the guys are throwing at us. But, yeah, Micah does a good job of finding the seams that our offensive line are creating. We have a lot of tailbacks that we're rotating in there. We got 3-4 guys that we're rotating in there to get carries. And, I think everybody's been doing a good job. And, the run game's been successful for us so far this season.
And you mentioned the guys up front, the offensive line. Obviously, that's a big key for the explosive plays. And looking at the different fronts in defenses loading the box on you, how well do you think your offensive line adapts to those situations where they might see an unusual formation, but still making the right reads and opening up holes for your playmakers to go and do big things?
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of that. Those guys, 4 of those 5 guys started last year for us, so they just work well together. They communicate well up front. They know our calls. They know our rules. They know the adjustments. And, it's been great having those guys be able to make adjustments on the fly. Just that experience that we have up front's been key to our success.
And defensively for the Warriors, seems like you're still gelling, still growing more and more. How have you liked the defense in this game and just the improvement overall from week in and week out, getting better and better?
Yeah, I think our defense has been pretty solid. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Watching the film last week, we got to do a better job tackling, especially on the back end. That's something that we haven't done a great job of to this point in the season, and it's something that we need to work on and to be a focus of ours if, we're going to continue to have success moving forward this season. We got to get better at tackling, but in terms of, assignment football and our guys being smart enough to be able to adjust when we get something that we haven't seen, I think we've done a good job with that defensively.
So taking a look now, traveling down to Warren County on Friday night. Warren County, a pretty young team, but it looks like they have some playmakers. What's your scout on Warren County, and what would you like to try to stop them from doing on Friday night?
Coach Breeden does a great job down there at Warren County. He's in his second year. The biggest thing is, man, he has these kids playing hard. They're defensively, they like to pressure the ball. They like to get a lot of guys up around the line of scrimmage, which is something we've grown accustomed to these last few weeks. Offensively, they got a couple of excellent backs. They got a very capable quarterback. So they got weapons on offense as well. So, more than anything, we got to try and contain them. I can't let those guys get on the outside. That seems to be where they like to do most of the work and where they can do most of their damage. So, we'll see. But, they got a good football team there. And, when you flip on the film, they're getting better each week.
Once again, the Sherando Warriors traveling down to Warren County this Friday night, part of Week 6 action, high school football. As always, the head coach of the Sherando Warriors, TJ Rohrbaugh. Coach, really appreciate your time. Looking forward to catching up with you soon.
All right. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it.